All right, it says we're live. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in. And we got a couple of our members that are on the way. And Skipper had to cancel his show, but he's going to be here a little bit late. And don't know about Robert, but the rest of us are here. And we've got those of you that have been following, and most of you have been for a while. One of our first guests when we had started this panel was Shelly, Mark Shelly Aquatics, and he focused on his shrimp last time. And I'm sure we'll do plenty of that this time because he has incredible shrimp. You guys know that. But also his Plecos and his bristlenose and that kind of stuff. But before we get started here, and it's very informal. Mark's an informal guy. And like he said, if he don't know, he'll say, I don't know. So that's one thing I love about him. So, it's just straight hobbyist. Just like he's one of us. So, but welcome panel. Rob from Aquatic Aesthetics is here. And then some of you might know, I'm teasing, everybody knows Susie Q. And we all just came there. And she's wounded. She had an injury, a broken wrist. So,
salute.
There you go.
How'd you do it?
Skating?
Roller skating.
Oh.
I have to laugh. I wouldn't, Susie. I would. Of course, I'm older than you, but I would never get on a pair of skates again.
I don't think you are there, sir. But my hashtag is over 60 and roller skating. So if that gives you an idea.
Yeah, I'm a little bit over 60. I'm older than you. All right. Let's say hello to people. Let's see who's in here. There's Diego, Freaky Fish Lady, Maria Z's been through those links, Skull Aquatics, Multiple Aquariums, which is Diego. Let's see, Mike's Aquatics, he's one of our mod members. Who else? I had a conversation. I'm scrolling. And there's Robert Tennessee Aqua. Oh, he's not coming up because company just stopped by. So I see that there now. So that'll be fine. He'll be in the. There's Ed. Can't find a link for the show tonight. Everybody has it. It's just further up of the comments because you're in the group and everybody in the group got it. So I guess I could come out of here and send it to you. I can put it in the chat. That's what I'll do. I'll put it in the chat. Hang on a second.
While you're doing that, I also see Freaky Fish Lady.
Okay, thank you, Rob.
Ed, of course.
Thank you.
Daniel Velez. Paul McCarthy. And let's see, who else we got with us? Valley Fish. There's Pam, Punchy Paints, if you hadn't called her already.
I did.
J-Rock does stuff. And I believe I'm down to the bottom here.
All right.
And while I'm at it, while I lose my light, I'm going to go over here and click like, because I haven't done that yet.
Guys, I got to do a somersault to do this file. Sorry.
Oh, let me get this light fixed.
J-Rock does stuff. I love that name.
Yeah. Tell you what.
Bob, your internet seems to be working amazing.
Well, I put on some earbuds, and so I hope it's not just that, but that's very encouraging. If we had a couple more people, it might not. It's right around that fourth person, so that's awesome. I can hear you guys perfect. First time in.
Well, you can tell that the audio from you is going to a different mic or something, because I'm serious. It's a very good sound coming from your voice, not the normal cheap laptop mic. So
I believed him, Susie, till he said my voice was deep and loud and clear. He lost me then. Deep. But he did say you watch people will comment. There you go, Ed. Sorry. Ed's going to come up. Yeah, it's good to be able to hear for you guys to hear me. There he is.
Hi there.
It's been a whirlwind of activity this week, so
Hi, Ed.
it's
Hi there.
you could make it in.
Oh, I couldn't find our group. I wonder if I accidentally deleted our group.
I don't know. It's just Kaler's or something like that. I've been there. My state. I am there, Ed. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. You remember Matt because you were with us way back then. Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great to have you.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up, and anything you want to tell us Matt, about your channel, about your business. I know the moms are going to be posting stuff out there. He does sell his stuff. I have to say that because everybody will want it when they start showing us. So he does sell his things. So, guys, anytime that, appropriate, just jump in with your questions. We're real informal, and he is as well. So go to it. And thank you for being here, Matt.
Oh,
Mark,
yeah. I'm glad to be here.
I called you Matt. Mark, I'm sorry.
Hopefully everyone can hear me good this time, because last time I had some audio problems. I got these just for this.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, the audio is coming through loud and clear. I got a question for you. What type of Pleco is it that you prefer when it comes to shrimp and neocaradinas particularly?
That's any of the bristlenose varieties. A bristlenose is a bristlenose as far as I've experienced, like super reds, the commons, the albinos. They're all the same. They're just different color morphs.
Exactly, yeah.
So, and they're all completely harmless in my experience with shrimp. So,
You never suspect that they pilfer with your shrimplets?
I've seen one mouth a dead shrimp, but he didn't even eat it. He just spit it right back out. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome,
Yeah. Yeah, my dog might be knocking my stand over, so.
Yeah, you'd be shocked how many people I have walk into my store and come to me and say my Pleco killed my fish. Are you sure? Well, yeah, he was eating it. Are you sure he killed it? Or did he just clean up and do exactly what you bought that fish to do?
Yeah.
There's a question from Jeff
Valley Fish.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do you feed Plecos?
Hikari algae wafers, and they also eat the mix of flakes I feed them. I buy a whole bunch of different flakes in bulk from Ken's Fish and mix them up. And then the Hikari algae wafers.
Feed the same to my Plecos and my Fajaka puffers.
Yep. Those exact same ones.
Yep.
Yeah. I buy them by the kilogram.
I bet.
Yeah, probably not little bags like this.
Yeah.
A free sample I had.
Awesome.
Do you ever make the rapashi?
I've never tried that. I never have. Nope. Of course, when the flakes, when I overfeed my tanks because all the tanks have a bunch of plecos, and so then you can see the shrimp or the plecos just looking like vacuum cleaners going across, just getting everything, clearing the whole bottom off.
What's the coolest temperature I can keep my bristlenose in?
68, 70. I mean, that's
great.
Colder than you want, but yeah.
Well, you see, I wanted to keep them in a cool water tank, and that's where I was going to try to hit it with 70 to 72. It's where I keep my my goodiots in. And they all seem to get along because they all like to eat cucumbers and stuff like that together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was going to try to move them out of the fish room, that's always 78, and I was hoping the plecos could go with them.
Yeah, I think they'd be fine. They might be slowed. The breeding might be slowed down, but I think they'd be fine. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can end up with too many of them for sure.
Yeah, you're looking more utilitarian than for breeding, aren't you, Ed?
Yeah, well, I love Cthulhu, so I just wanted one I got 4 of them last year from Holly. What's the dragon's name? Aquatic. No, no, not Aqua.
Haley.
Oddball.
Haley.
Oh, Haley.
Yeah, Oddball Aquatics. Well, she gave me 4 because I just wanted the plain Jane, ugly possible, short fins, brown. Well, all 4 ended up being boys. So I just tried a girl yesterday just to see what would happen at the swap for the fun of it. Hopefully one girl will be okay with 4 boys. They won't aggravate her too bad, will they?
No,
No.
that's actually
No.
probably the best way to do it. What is it? 2 females to 1, or no, excuse me, 2 males to 1 female?
Yeah, because if you have too many females to one male, then they'll keep trying to spawn, then the male can starve to death if he's that dedicated to it.
Yeah, he'll stay in the cave.
Yeah.
Won't come
Well,
out. He'll guard those babies.
Yeah. So if he's got 1 female ready to go, then he'll find, if he's got another one ready to go, then he'll be in there. You know, every time he spawns, it's 2 weeks without eating. So.
Wow. Do you feed
Yeah.
green beans? Val Fish is asking
Oh.
that.
Yeah, I used to do green beans, but it got pretty expensive.
Now I got a question on that. Did you use canned, or did you use fresh?
Just canned green beans.
That's what I
Okay.
use.
I use
Yeah.
frozen.
That'll work too.
The one
Okay.
thing I have heard on that is get the no salt added.
I got both, and I don't see any difference. Even with
Really?
shrimp, it didn't make a difference. With plants or shrimp or anything, there's not enough salt.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do drain all. I dump all the juice out, and that's where all the salt's at. I dump the juice out in the sink, and then I just throw the raw green beans in.
I just get the unsalted and the store brand, you know. And
Yeah.
they don't seem to know the difference.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How old do they usually have to be before you can tell if one's going to be a male or a female?
Anywhere from 4 months to a year. Just
Okay.
depends. Just depends. If it's over a year old and it don't have bristles yet, that's pretty safe to call it a female.
Okay.
Some of them will start getting bristles at 3.5, 4 months. Some of them will even spawn at like 6 or 7 months, but it's usually about 11 to 12 months, and then it's not reliably. I don't see them reliably spawning until 2 years about.
Okay. Can the females have bristles? I've heard that.
They can get little ones on their lips, but the ones that are up on the snoot, those are all males.
Gotcha.
But the ones with the
one of your customers there, fish.
hey, yeah. I'm sure my group overlaps with your group some.
Yeah, what Mike said, canned French cut.
Yeah, French cut, they do like that better. It's better for the little ones because they can just dig right into it. They don't have to chew the outside part to get to the rest of it if they're already split open. Then
Y'all have probably seen Mike Steenfeld a couple of years ago. I remember him just taking a whole can. He had that one huge tank that it just had Plecos, just dumping the whole can, and they would be gone the next day. They would eat that whole can.
I was selling albinos and browns wholesale for a while, and I'd have a way to get rid of 50 of them at a time. So I'd dump a whole can of green beans in my 75 gallon every day.
Wow.
Wow.
I see what you mean now about the expense.
Yeah, the algae wafers ended up being, because the algae wafers are more compact. It's super, protein, nutritiously packed in one little bit. I mean, they'll just eat green beans, and they'll, it makes lots of poop too when they do that.
And any other canned vegetables that are pretty good or common?
Or fresh ones?
Zucchini or cucumber don't really have that much nutrition in it. It's all water, but like zucchinis are good. I've tried that.
That's what I meant to say, zucchini, not cucumbers. Darn it.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
But they'll eat the crap out of cucumbers. There's just not a lot of nutrition in it for them.
Is it best raw or blanched or cooked in any way?
I used to blanch them because then they settle down. They're less likely to float up if they're blanched. But that's the only reason why I would blanch them.
Yeah, I found a one of my best tricks is a stainless steel hose clamp.
Yeah.
Everybody has those around a fish
Yeah.
tank. They're stainless steel. You can throw them right in the tank, and you can take that hook and just stab it through, slice a zucchini, drop it to the bottom.
Yeah, I was using forks for a while. My wife didn't like it.
I understand that one.
I had to go around looking for forks the other day.
I can't say much. Let me shift over a little bit. You may see it up. Bob, can you pull me up full screen for just a second?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I got to move this way. You can see this line right here. That's actually one of our kitchen plates.
Oh my gosh.
And I needed a surface for them to lay eggs on.
Yeah.
So it was a porcelain plate, good, clean, no eggs. Been in there a month, but I've got a pair of Severums and a pair of Oscars. I don't know which one will go first, if either one will. But yeah. So I fought with my wife for that one.
I used to keep Severums in my 20s.
Rock said, "What Plecos stay small?"
Bristlenose won't get bigger than 6 inches. I mean, that depending on your tank. There's other ones, but like I said, I'm not real familiar with a lot of those. I've kept all kinds of different bristle-noses, but that's...
the clowns, the L103s.
Yeah.
Those are a great 3.5 inch max size Pleco.
The leopard frog ones, they don't get real big either, do they?
No, but you'll pay for those.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll pay a hefty price for those. But the clowns, you'll pay anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on your store. A leopard, you're in the well above 100.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What about the rubber lip? Do they get big?
I think that they get about the size of the bristlenose. I think maybe
I
a little
love
bigger.
the rubber lips. I love their look.
Yeah.
I think they get upwards of 8 to 10.
Okay, a little bit bigger.
That may be more in outside of an aquarium. But I'm not sure on that 100%. Typically in an aquarium, they'll get a little smaller or won't grow to such a max size. But you put them in a tank where they're not restricted, then they can go full size.
Valley Fish was saying put the veggies on a string on a fork. I'm not sure what he means.
That way you can pull your fork up. That's what I do.
Well, no, you use the fork as the anchor and the veggie floats.
Oh,
And
really?
it keeps it off the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That could be beneficial.
But what it said too, you know?
That's how I pick up my fork to stick more stuff on.
Yeah.
And then I've got like a floating rubber fish at the top, and then I pull it up and I stick it on and I drop that, and I don't have to get my hand wet.
All right.
I think the substrate just comes alive with hundreds and hundreds of snails.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with the breed tank is you're putting in so much food.
No, yeah.
You have to make sure those babies eat. But at the same time, those snails just...
Same thing with my shrimp, too. When you got shrimp and plecos, you're throwing in lots of food.
Yep.
I do the same with my guppies.
Yeah, so do I.
Try, and then I get bajillions of the stupid snails.
Yeah.
Puppy Dog's wanting to know what happened to you, Susie Q. He just got in here.
Roller skating is what happened to me. I wasn't even actually skating. I was standing on my skates, and I got sidetracked by seeing all these deer come right up to me. And as I turned around to look, it was too late before I remembered I was on skates and went right over and caught myself with my wrist.
Ooh.
My wrist.
Where do you even buy skates now?
It was in a parking lot that it's like a big tech school, but in the evenings it's just empty smooth parking lot. It's beautiful.
No, I mean, where do you even buy those things now?
Roller skates?
Yeah.
Oh, they're back.
I think they're back. Yeah.
Oh, are
I
they?
see them on YouTube.
Yeah. Many communities that never went out of style, many communities kept it alive all this time, which is very cool history. But now, because of TikTok, I don't have TikTok, but from what I'm told, they rejuvenated it with the young population as well.
When I was a kid in the 90s, my little brother, he went everywhere on rollerblades.
Yep.
And so-
Yeah,
Just got right here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and rollerblades, they hit what, 89, something like that when they came
Yeah,
out.
if you
So
want to
it
mess
just-
yourself up, get a pair
Let me
of
tell you, there's a
those.
lot of rollerblades at the ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
I've spent over my rollerblades I have right now. I've spent over 700 on. They're
Uh,
great ones.
Robert wants to know, Mark, if you keep any other Plecos other than bristlenose.
Nope, just bristlenose. I know quite a bit about them, but nothing much about the other ones.
So what are your? I mean, obviously Neocaridina shrimp.
Yep.
What is there any special variety of them you keep, or color, or your favorite?
Oh, I got lots. I got the reds, blue dreams, blue jelly,
Oh, blue dreams.
snowballs, oranges, green jades, Bloody Marys. I got a lot.
Yeah. Now the green jades, those are the ones I'm having my best luck breeding, but they're so dark.
Yeah.
You,
Mine are like that too.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference without a flashlight shining directly on them. You cannot tell they're green. They look black, if not navy blue. I mean, like dark blue.
Now I've seen some that when you hold a flashlight right to them up close, they'll look like turquoise or something. Some of them do.
Yeah, I've seen
They'll be
that.
so dark they look like turquoise. That's what some of mine
all
look
those
like.
different
Cool.
shrimp that you identified, would they mate with each other if they're in the same tank?
Oh yeah, yep. They're all just cherry shrimp.
Okay, so you keep them all colors in separate tanks.
Oh yeah.
And do you cull the
And then-
ones that aren't the right color that you want?
Yep, the ones who are a little lower quality, they all go into what I call my Skittles tank. You know, it's just a
Ah,
cull tank. And that tank, I mean, I sell hundreds out of those every week almost.
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
It's unlimited. I'm not even close to running out. They just keep.
wow.
That's how I sell them at the store. They're kept
Yeah.
Skittles.
Yeah.
The only ones I keep separate are Bloody Marys.
You get the genetic diversity. They're more
Yeah.
prolific.
Yeah, and you get some beautiful hybrids out of them too.
Oh yeah.
They go back natural, and they
Mhm.
actually get that tiger pattern to them, and they're just brown or grayish, but they
Mhm.
have that tiger pattern all the way across their
Yeah.
body.
Wow.
It's pretty.
I get brownish looking ones with a yellow stripe. Those are
Yeah.
real nice. I get a lot of
Oh,
those
yeah.
in my Skittles.
Yeah, I see that quite often.
Yep.
In fact, I used to look at them and wonder, did a bamboo somehow fit in there? Get in that bag, and but then I realized that no, that's not a bamboo shrimp. That baby, that's a
Just
a
a wild
Neo.
Neo. Yep, just a wild Neo.
So I know that
Lumpy
with guppies, once they were the male, they can have that same male's babies years down the road. Is it the same with shrimp, or you have to be with the male to have those eggs?
I believe they got it. They got to actually be with the male to.
Okay.
Yeah, my experience, that's the same.
Okay. Cool. I
Of
haven't
course,
had-
usually when I've always done my shrimp, I've never had just one boy and one girl. It's always been I buy a group of 10 and hope to get, you know, more females than males, but at least have at least 3 or 4 males, and then sometimes you don't get the right ratio, but you know, I've never had just a boy and a girl. You know, it's always been a group.
What's your
Yeah,
water like, Mark, there where you're at?
Pardon?
What's your water like?
really hard.
Is it?
Yeah, really, really hard. It's like I haven't tested it in years because never a problem, never a test as far as that goes. But it's like KH around like 12, and GH is like 25.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Cement. Yeah.
So you said a ratio. Is there a specific ratio that's best to keep shrimp in?
As many females as you can have, the better.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously, but you want at least a couple males per 10 at least. But like I've said, that's not really how you come into it when you do shrimping. You always end up buying a group of 10 or 20 or something to start a colony, and hopefully you get a good ratio.
Well, I'm chomping at the bit to see some of these now when it's convenient for you. Will you show us some of your shrimp and Plecos?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
do you mind doing that?
Right here behind me,
Oh, awesome.
What type of plant is in that tank?
this is jungle val that got the lawnmower treatment. It got trimmed.
Okay.
And these are all my super reds.
Oh,
Hopefully you guys can see it because
yeah. Looks
I
good.
can't see what I'm showing.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, there's one.
A shrimp? Is that what you're talking about?
A pleco.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some plecos everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plecos. There's lots of them in here. The shrimp like to be on top of the sponge filter.
Those are yellows. I see those. Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's the main Blue Dreams tank.
Remember when you were going to be on before and I was sending the links and I'm like, Ed, go get his dreams.
Yep.
And they like the sponge filter too.
I'm not seeing them for some reason. Okay. There they go.
And we got, this is the long thin green dragons and their spawn down here. There's the male right there. Hopefully you can see him.
Yep. You had yours. Mine have never spawned.
And then there's all kinds of fry. They throw albinos too. I don't know if you can see there's an albino on that Anubias leaf.
Yeah, there's a beautiful
Oh, yeah.
Anubias flower I see there.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
With some Bloody Mary shrimp on there.
Yeah, that'll go up to the surface soon. I'm shocked
Oh,
it hadn't already.
Look at this. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
Wow.
look at that's my blue jelly tank.
I love it.
Is that a Nancon?
It's
Anubias?
just I don't know. I just got it at Petco probably 5 years ago. It was a Anubias in a tube. And that's what it's done. Of course, I've divided it probably too many times to count by now, but it hasn't been messed with for over 2 years, and that's what it's done.
Anubias is one of my favorite plants. Those and boots.
And there's a giant brown crypt.
Oh my goodness.
That's about 4 years old. That Valley Fish, Jeff, he was in here. I got this off him, this crypt.
Oh, wow. He's asking
Mhm.
what your favorite color Pleco is. Valley fish is.
Personally, it's the long fin, super red long fins, personally. But those are the ones I don't have very good luck with because I've only got them to spawn once, and that spawn didn't live, so that wasn't too good. All right.
In 3 more weeks. Talking about cats at the Ark. A lot of cat lovers in here where I volunteer. Speaking, let's see if I missed any questions here. No. Lots of awesomes and lots of wows and
I have a
And
question.
here's the, go ahead.
Do the shrimp actually need light?
They need the plants,
Okay.
and the plants need the light.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also, you said something about guppies. I also have lots of guppies too. Here's
He's
my
gonna get a head protection.
my guppy pond.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, how big is that pond?
And it's a 110-gallon stock tank.
Beautiful. Indoors? Wow.
Yeah, indoors. I have
Indoors.
LED, 150-watt LED spotlight on it
Wow.
for light.
I was going to ask you what that was. That's awesome.
Something tells me Chattanooga Ed's away from the mic.
Oh, I'm just enjoying it. I'm gonna have about.
He
six of those
didn't see
soon.
what you just showed.
Oh, I thought it was awesome.
Oh, you did see it. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So what I did, that's, you know how I've talked about my Skittles shrimp tank, that's my Call Guppy tank. It's the same principle.
Okay.
Very nice.
Well, I'm really only serious about 3 lines now, though. I have pandas, full reds, and red mosaics. Those are the ones I'm
The
still
pandas and
serious
the what?
about. Red mosaics,
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
bigger red mosaics. I've had them since the very beginning too. They're one of the first lines of guppy I got.
And where did you
Well, pardon?
where did you get them from?
Puerto Rican breeder. A guy from Puerto Rico. I forget his name, but there's a guy on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've got the rainbow tiger antlers from Lucas Brett's. I've had those since I started this fish room madness, you know, here in my late 30s, and now I'm in my 40s. So, well, I've had tanks my whole life, but yeah.
Do you keep a substrate on the 110 tank? Or tub?
Yeah. It's if I had to do it again, I don't know if I would, but when I did it 5-6 years ago, I just used blasting sand, so it's a black surface, same as a lot of these tanks have in them. It's just a black diamond blasting sand.
You know, I bought I don't know if it's 40-gallon bucket or whatever the big buckets are of the black diamond, and when I brought it home, it was tan.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what? That sucks.
Mine always comes in a bag.
Okay, well.
That might be it. I don't know.
They may be giving you the wrong stuff, Ed.
Yeah.
It's just coal slag. That's all it is.
Really?
You got to rinse it, though. You got to put it in the elbow grease when you get that stuff.
Would you say that's the best substrate for shrimp? Is sand?
They're not picky. I have just plain gravel in another tank, and they do just as good.
Okay.
They're not picky. I have some colonies doing real good right now. I'll show you. That are bare bottom. They are backup colonies. This one is just now starting to take off. It's my backup blue jelly. I don't know if you can see it. There's lots of little babies there on the bare bottom.
Oh, wow.
And then I have a blue dreams on the bare bottom, and they've taken off like crazy. This tank goes a little cloudy, but I've got lots and lots of these in this tank. And here's just my reds. Glass is filthy.
Oh, wow.
This tank's a mess right now. And this is my 75 that I used to throw in a whole can of green beans every day.
Speaking of that, what are you feeding the shrimp?
This is a mixture right here of bulk flake I buy from kensfish.com. And then I make several videos on my channel about how I make it and what varieties I use. But it's just premium flake from Ken's Fish, different kinds blended together.
One of your subscribers is saying hello, Trappy.
Yeah, hi.
Lumpy Dog wants to know if you fertilize the valve tank or just let it grow in loam? It's a good
Uh,
question.
I used to use the Miracle Grow plant spikes, like the Job's plant spikes for house plants. I've used those when I need to
Right.
get when I first plant valves, jungle valves or crypts or some kind of root feeder, heavy root feeder. I'll use the plant spikes.
So you
Miracle
had,
Grow or
sorry.
Miracle Grow. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, so you had good luck and you'd recommend it. I hear controversy about using terrestrial fertilizers in the water, but I don't honestly know. I've never done it. So,
Well, in tanks where I have something sensitive, I wouldn't do it. You know,
okay.
but there's tanks where I've done it enough times that it's all right. Well,
a lot of them you have to be concerned with some heavy metals.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the worst of it, particularly with shrimp.
Yeah.
And guys,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
Mark's
careful about it.
website. There's Mark's website. Several of you were asking about it, so there it is.
Yeah. It couldn't cause problems, but I don't go crazy with it. I've heard of people having problems if they put like 5 sticks under one plant. You know, I just
Yeah.
put a couple here and
Right.
there, and
Yeah, the
Eventually-
best one I've heard about is Osmocote.
yeah, I'd be real scared of that though. Yeah.
It does put ammonia straight in, so
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
you have to have a capsule or something like that to get it down into the substrate before it releases the ammonia.
Yeah.
That's the problem with doing it.
The only times I've heard of people making that work is when they set up a new tank and they just put a little dusting. They put down the first layer of substrate, put a little dusting, and put more substrate on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Osmocote's pretty heavy duty.
That may be the one that I've heard to be careful about. I think it is because I remember discussing about the capsule, to get it down in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, there was a lot of kind of roar about it all through the internet for a couple of years ago on how good it was. It is a time release, so people were grinding it, and
Yeah.
in doing so, it causes lots of issues. But by just taking those little, and they're all little tiny balls, kind of like shotgun shot,
Mhm.
and putting it in a capsule, you can get it into the substrate before it releases ammonia. But if you try to just sprinkle it in your tank, you take Windex and spray it in there.
Yeah.
Windex will make your plants grow, but it'll kill every fish you got.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
who has crickets? Who's got crickets?
I hear that.
That's not me.
Usually it's me. Usually I'm the culprit. And I'm outside, so I don't think it's me.
I have cicadas all around me.
That might be what it is.
Yeah, it is that time of night in our area.
Yep.
If I was sitting outside, you'd probably hear crickets.
Lumpy Dog says he put Osmocote individual pellets down into sand and substrates root feeders without issues.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I've heard of that too. But you do have to be careful getting it down there. Once you put it in, once it hits the water, it can immediately start releasing ammonia.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just saw that, Bob. Robert, get to me as soon as you can. I got 12 or 11 of them in the tank right now, and I'll be glad to hold some for you.
What are they? The Amazons, South Americans?
Yeah, the SAPs, South American puffers.
Oh, wow.
Total freshwater puffers. They never see salt. They come from the upper Amazon region.
Eddie don't know. He's been hanging out on Facebook for sure.
Oh, great. I was going to say we should check in on him, but
Yeah, he posted on Facebook this morning or last night or something. Well, are you going to share the guppies with us, or are they where you can get to them?
The what now?
The guppies. I'm sorry. Are
Oh,
you
the
they're in
going
the
to
guppies?
show
tub.
us those? Yeah. Ed won't ask. That's what he's here for.
Ah, the guppies. The guppy pond.
yeah, that's beautiful.
How
I don't
how
know.
many you think are in there?
Oh, I don't know. Probably over 1,000.
Oh, that'd be a guess.
Probably. And then here's a panda tank right behind me.
There you go.
The red mosaic tank. Most of these guys I have outside in my container ponds.
Those are nice.
They are.
Yeah, I got them and they were pretty decent when I got them, and then I just let them breed crazy numbers, and the quality went down. And so now the last 4 years I've been getting them to look what I want them to look like. That's what I've been doing. Working
I
on
lost
these guys.
I lost my mosaics. I got some at a swap, and they just didn't do well in my water, I guess.
Yeah.
That
That happens sometimes.
Yep.
And who knows? I think every guppy has some kind of internal parasite anymore.
Oh, I
But-
totally agree.
Yeah. It just depends if you can get rid of it or not.
Yeah. Well, and they love to eat each other's poop, so it spreads so fast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They do.
Do you do any kind of with quarantine, Mark? Do you do any kind of medication?
Well, when I don't really have a community tank. Every tank I have it's breeding this, breeding that. So when I get them, they're quarantined already by
Okay.
that definition. And then, what was the last part of the question? Oh, medication.
Yeah.
For the guppy parasites, the best solution I found is fenbendazole, but it's not completely safe for everything else. The guppies it can handle a lot, but you got to be careful with fenbendazole.
Now, I got to ask you a question on that. Have you ever used it in a shrimp tank?
Oh yeah.
For Planaria. Because the reason I ask, I have done this, and I've had to do it a couple times in my Skittles tank at the shop. Planaria comes in from time to time. And that is my solution for Planaria. But what I have found is that it sterilizes the shrimp I've got.
Oh,
It can.
And I don't know that it sterilizes them, but the babies go away.
It kills the babies, or they slow down from breeding, or
Yes.
yeah. I definitely see declines in the shrimp populations in tanks where you use fenbendazole for sure.
Is there a better treatment for Planaria with the shrimp tank, or do I even really need to treat it?
Well, luckily that's something I don't have a problem with. I've never had. Well, I can't say never. I've had it once, been just in one tank and it went away on its own. So I got lucky at that, but I haven't had to really worry too much about Planaria.
Because that's one I'd love an answer for. I really don't. I hear it's a risk for shrimp.
Well, it's a risk for everything. Like anything that my Super Reds has touched fenbendazole, the Super Red dies. Yeah, but not the other Pleco lines. That's really bizarre. Like these long fin lemon blue eyes. They've had guppies in their tank for over a year now, and it doesn't affect them at all. But if I try putting a Super Red in a tank that has been treated with fenbendazole in the past, it dies automatically.
Oh.
And it's quick too, and it's like permanent. So I haven't put fenbendazole in my 29-gallon tank in months. I tried putting a baby Super Red in there, it died.
Oh, wow.
And that the 29-gallon tank, it has Eco Complete substrate because I'm wanting to grow a bunch of crypts in there, and it don't have a single snail, not a single snail, not ram's horns, not pond, not anything. So benzol has risks for sure.
Have you tried other medications internal, mixing with food?
Yeah, but not much luck. Like a lot of times the sickest ones don't eat, you know.
Yes, that can be an issue.
And so when they get sick and die or poop or whatever, then the ones who aren't too bad off, it's.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, especially parasites, because that's where they come out. And
so I find a lot better success treating the water column with that, with the parasite problem.
That's a good point.
Do you have lots and lots of snails? Do you sell those on your site?
What? Lots of what? Pardon? Snails? Yeah, yeah, I do sell them. Yeah.
There you go, Robert. So, when you get those,
need puffer food.
Yeah.
Well, just remember, if you're going to feed them snails, now they do need them to go after those beaks, but at the same time, deworm them once a year.
Yeah.
Religiously.
Deworm the snails?
No, the puffers.
Ow.
Yeah.
Any puffer, if you're feeding them live, you need to deworm on a yearly basis.
Oh.
What about the yellow long fins? Are those for sale on your site? Dang it, I wish I hadn't asked it publicly now. But
no,
you beat me over there.
The lemon longfin, I don't have them on my website right now.
Okay.
Because they're just starting to spawn for me. I haven't had them. Okay. I've had about a year and a half, and I just got a group of little babies, and they're now starting to spawn reliably. Well, not even reliably yet.
Valley Fish wants to know if you ever try salt.
No, not because I always got plants.
Oh.
Even my guppy. That's why I ended up having guppies was how I got into all this craziness to begin with. Shrimp was just something I was like, I want to try that. Those look pretty cool. And now, guppies are just something I keep because I like.
What do you keep your shrimp tanks at in temperature wise?
Room temperature.
Okay.
As long as it's, 50s to 80, they're fine.
Yeah, I've even seen neocarininas survive in 40 degrees outside.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I ship them all the time, all winter long, and as long as they don't freeze, they're usually good.
Do you overnight ship, or do you just send a regular 2-day?
2-day priority mail.
Nice.
Yeah. I charge a $15 flat rate shipping.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I know. Wow.
Yeah. So on big orders, if you spend over 100, that's free shipping. But on the big orders, I end up lose a little bit of money on shipping, but it's,
Well, next question that I've got, do you do wholesale?
I used to. But now I make a lot more money, obviously, selling from my website than wholesale. I used to sell to planetinverts.com. I used to be like his main Neo provider, and now it's. I was like, I'm going through all this effort, raising all these shrimp. I may as well. Because I spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month on electricity and water, and I was like, I really don't think I'm even breaking even selling wholesale. So I started doing the website thing, and it's a nice little extra income. I still got to work, not even close to not being able to work, but it's a nice
do you live in the Chicago area?
No, I live about 30 miles north of Indianapolis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What are you a member of the Circle C Fish club?
No.
Boy, you
No.
need to join. I am. We'd
Oh
love to
yeah,
have you.
I think you talked about that last time I was on here.
I'm sorry. I'm always trying to recruit for
Oh,
things.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm usually just a homebody. I don't. Well, see, I work out of town, and so when I'm home, I got to work on the tanks, and
Sure.
so I'm really not. And then I have kids. I'm running all
Yeah,
over
we
creation.
work out of town. Home time is precious.
Hmm.
I know that. I used to have that type of career.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm gone from.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
No.
I leave Monday morning and I get back Thursday afternoon. So.
Oh,
Well, you have the perfect critters in your tank for that type
Yeah.
of job.
Oh, I have other people trying to try these. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't do something that needs constant attention. And my wife, she feeds them when I'm gone, and she calls me, oh my God, something's wrong. She knows to look for something's wrong, and then I walk her through it. It's happened before, but I try to make it as easy and smooth and whatever. The less things that can mess up, the better.
That's what I was going to ask you, if your wife helps and is involved while you're gone. So awesome.
Yeah. And she's the one that got me into Plecos because I just kept them so I didn't have to scrape the glass. And she's like, I want. And then she started talking about them. Oh, she named the one. What's his name? Gordon. And he's had a name for probably 6 years. He's my first male.
Wow.
I was like, you want to try to make more Gordons? And she's like, yay. So then that's how I got her involved and sucked in a little bit.
Oh.
Awesome.
Well, hello to her. She's sitting there listening to us, obviously. So,
No, she can't hear you because they said
okay.
hi to you.
Yeah, we appreciate her sharing you for an hour with us. We appreciate it. So.
She's right there.
Hey. And
Oh,
Maria,
I would have been in so much trouble if I did that to my wife.
I started to say.
Let me just say how good it is to be the wife. That's all.
Maria is my timekeeper because she knows I don't watch the clock at all. And she said, oh my God, 5 minutes, Bob, about 2 minutes ago. So if anybody's got any final question or anything to bring up.
It also doubles as this.
Hey, best water in the world.
It waters the dogs. And
with me, it's the cats. The cats, they even sleep on the lights because they're warm.
Oh, yeah.
My cats won't drink out of the water that have the fish in it. I have to pull the water. You know, when I'm draining, they will. But they're so goofy. I think they think, oh, that's gross.
I've seen the dogs get a guppy in their mouth before, and they're kind of like,
well, Ed,
and then go spit it out and go right back to drinking.
Ed, I wouldn't doubt it one bit if your cats got bit on the tongue while they're licking out of your guppy tank.
Oh, I guarantee they are. They're getting nibbled.
And that's why.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, Mark. And it was much better with the sound, with your sound improvement and my sound improvement.
Oh, yeah.
Much
and I could
better.
hear a lot better. Last time I could barely hear.
Yeah.
Now I can hear real good.
We really appreciate you. And I'm sure you're going to have some activity on your website. I know one you're going to have on there. So
I know the last time I got like 30 subscribers on my channel.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I know one you're getting ready to get.
Yeah. I'm subscribed over there. So I'm going to make sure that it's still subscribed because you know what happens sometimes. They take it off.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mark. And we'll definitely need to be doing a part 3 as you grow your stock and your channel and all that. But check him out, guys. He does have awesome videos over there too. So
thank you.
And thank you, panel. Awesome having you here. And Robert and Skipper in the chat. Thank you, guys. And thank you, moderators. And thanks for the questions, guys. You really came up with some great questions. I've learned several things here. So I'm really glad that we had you back. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So they posted the link here for, or no, they did, but I didn't highlight it. Sorry.
You know, they posted the link. I just subscribed to it. So
Oh, good.
Well, I mean for the next chat. Sorry.
ah,
Don't finish my thoughts sometimes. Yeah, Daniken's next, and he's probably just about to go. So. So
Okay.
head over there, guys, and let's see, what should we say to him? Hashtag Mark. Let's do that so he knows where we're coming from. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.